Hi, Brad. Hope you're well. Tyler here. Thank you for sending these through. I'm going to start off by explaining kind of how your swing works, what's happening, and I'll give you some direction. Hopefully, you like my kind of coaching style, and we can get some good work done. Right. Getting stuck into this, the key thing is everything is influenced by the hold and by the elbow positioning, left hand grip, right hand grip. That is absolutely where I would start and is crucial for long term. But your whole action is a result of that. So as we get into the takeaway, the club face begins to roll open. So at this point here, the club has kind of lost control. This is neutral. Neutral would be matching spine angle. And as this happens, you're trying to get some rotation, so you really early turn with the hips. It's more of a cause of the club face, cause of the hold. Now, as you wind up here, you kind of run out of room. So the hands work in deep as this hip is fired really fast, and there's no real lift up. I would expect this lead arm, this left arm, to be more like up there, with the kind of hand being something like that. But it's because of the hold. You can't support the club. And the real thing that's happened is the face is now wide open. So at the top, this club face is kind of pointing there, whereas neutral would be something like that. So that face is like 30 degrees out of position. And you are behind you, really, really deep, hands behind. So the only place you can go that's functional, the only place that would give you a ball flight that goes in the direction that you want, would be to get the club back in front of you and to get the club path nicely left, because the club face is going to be open. So you've got to swing left of where the face is pointing. And you'll see, let me just clear these lines, that your response is now to get this back in front of you. So you can see the hands are going to work back in front. Now you got the club back in front, but the thing is, because of the hold style, this face is now completely whipped open. This would be neutral. So at this point here, it's a real struggle to get anything, and you do a good job at stalling the body movement. This all has to stop in order for this to catch up and flip. And that's how you get something that's functional. And it's good matchups. It's just the ball flights will be weak. It's tricky. You can't put any speed in because you can't keep the body rotating. And it's all about your timing on the day. Path out to in, etc. So your message to me where you said, I've got to work on path and initial direction, 100%. But as I see this, with this club face pointing the wrong way, what you're doing is the correct response. So we've got to address club face, got to go back to hold. I'll show you from face on now. Okay, so face on, what you'll see is this left hand is really, really weak, and the elbow is going to follow. And on the right side, the right hand is also on the weak side. So marginally weak, but the elbow is weak. So everything is, and I'm going to actually film for you, regardless of if you want to do some work. I'm going to help you out here for the starting bits. Everything is in setup is what leads to this face working straight open. So if we now go into the backswing, you'll see where I talked about the hips kind of firing early. Get your hands in deep, gets it quite narrow. The kind of left knee wanders over. That's stuff that's kind of response stuff that we can work on later if it's still there, but it'll go away. Now on the way down, only option is to get the hands back in front of you. We saw that. You're going to have to now slow all of this down in order for that club face to shut. You've got to get this shutting, and there it is. That's your hand-eye, that's you solving the problem. Right hand wrapping over left, really tricky. And then at some point, momentum will then take you through and up. So for me, it's all about the hold. And if you want to radically change this, the cool thing is you're playing off of, you know, shot a hole 18, you can improve really quickly. The initial bit of pain, couple weeks of pain, and everything will be easier. Hi Brad, just going to film for you so that you can crack on straight away and start to see some benefits. So, glove hand, you're going to want to get the grip more in the fingers. Middle ground, pinky first crease, index finger second. It's going to be sitting here for you at the moment. You just got to get lower in the hand, fingers close, and now from there you'll be able to work this wrist kind of turning more right. That's what we need. You've got it left and palmy, so you've got it there, which whips the face right open. So it's this way, sits more on the fingers, get that glove hand turned more over. Now from there, the elbow, the more you position the elbow external, the stronger it is. The more internal, the weaker. Middle ground is going to be pointing at the hip. So let's just shoot for middle ground. At the moment, you're going to be more internal on this glove side. And I want you more external. So that's the left hand. Right hand simply comes on. Thumb works over kind of left nail. And for you, it's just got to sit a little more underneath. This elbow is going to work in a little more side on rather than over the top. And again, if I turn the right hand to the left, that's weak. Under is strong. So this is super strong. That's a real hookup. This is super weak. Okay, you are far closer to that side. So we get the hands on the club differently, and I would start with simple feeling of takeaway, trying to get where the club's about hip height, trying to get that club looking more down rather than this way is where you were. So this here would start to get you moving the right direction. You could start to chip balls just from there, chip them out forward. You'll suddenly see that you've got to move the middle, you've got to start rotating. You'll get to, sorry, I'm just at home, it's late here. You'll start to be able to hold on to this, body will work differently. Be way easier to control where the face is pointing and where it's moving. That's going to move you in the right direction. Very happy to support you longer term with this. If you find someone more local to you, just make sure that they go in that direction. It's essential. Cool. Have a good evening.
Hey Brad, so I think that takeaway looks a bit better for sure. It's going to take a lot of exaggerating and a lot of practice to get all this down, but trying to feel like you swing like Bryson DeChambeau, honestly, is going to be a great idea. If you take a look at his swing, I mean, he has super limited wrist hinge as well and really tries to feel like that golf club stays straight with his arms on his entire swing, basically. I mean, Scotty Scheffler was a great example of that as well. Because, I noticed that club head gets behind you and a little bit shallow still, and then we create quite a bit of wrist hinge, and then that's obviously going to get you over the top. So just continuing to exaggerate that takeaway a little more up and outside, and the biggest thing for you being to try to keep that club head straight along with the arms on the entire swing. I mean, even if you have to make half swings or 3/4 swings, trying to, I mean, you can even look back and see that club head directly down your arms on the back swing, and then obviously noticing it on the follow through as well. So Let me know what you think. Yeah, keep working on that. Get that golf shaft straight down the arms the entire way, and keep doing some drill 1/2 and 3/4 swings like that. All right, thanks, Brad. All right, Brad, I got a couple training aids I'll send over to you if you want to give them a try. They're both really great. We have them over at the studio. Taking a look at the impact position right here. The impact bag is going to be one of the things I'll send over to you. It's a big foam bag that you put right here, and it helps keep the grip and the handle out in front of that golf shaft, right? You'll notice that your hands are behind the club head here, and you're adding loft and exposing the bottom of the golf club here. So we'd like to see the hands and the handle more over in this spot here, with that golf shaft being back behind, creating a little bit of lag, a little bit of forward press to create compression for you. So that's what that impact bag does. It forces the handle and the hands out in front when you make contact with that bag. Super good for working on impact position. The next thing I'll send over to you is a Tour Striker ball that you hang around your neck. It has a little thing that goes around your neck. You squeeze it between your forearms, and this will help you to continue to work on having that club straight and not creating too much hinge in the wrists, right? And then also keeping connection with the arms connected to the body, and it'll help you make some body swings. So I'll send those over to you, and if you have any questions on them, let me know. I can make some clarification instruction videos with both of them and get those over to you. All right, thanks, Brad.
The impact bag is for people who want to work on impact position through the downswing. It should look something like this. What you want is to straighten your front leg and turn your hips so they're facing the target. You also want to make sure your left arm is straight and that you're staying in posture, maintaining bend from your waist. Common mistakes are losing posture, bending the left arm, or being under-rotated. If done properly, it looks something like this.